Hello and welcome to Watch Me Code Udemy Clone Part 2. I am Kamran Vidani, and in this video we will continue the Udemy Clone tutorial, and today's video we will design the rest of UI, that is dribble educated-live-education course web app. Today we will design the main content screen, that is streaming now. We have users and we have popular this week and top tutors, and yeah. But before continuing, I would like to request, if you have not subscribed to like the Facebook page, then please like, and if you have not subscribe to Watch Me Code YouTube channel, then please subscribe to YouTube channel and click the bell icon, and please do not right after the live stream ends, the video is uploaded to the YouTube channel as well. So let's get started. Yesterday we completed our sidebar. We have nice navigation. We have updated course thing, which we will define later what it is actually doing. We have points. We have 45.3% complete thing, like how many courses you have completed, and I have my own profile, I mean the current user profile link. I am wondering why it is showing this cute girl on my DP, and while I am a boy, by the way. Well, so now we need to add the main content page, and let's get started. I have my sidebar. Let's go back to app, and inside the screens, let's create a new file and call it let's call it home.js, and for home we will import React, and from React, and then we need to add a function, and let's call it homepage, and return a nice div class name, and give it a name of homepage, and export it to app homepage. Now go back to our app and just import our home page from screens, and let's import home. And now we need to simply embed our home page. Perfect. Let's save it, and what is going on? Logo is undefined but never used. Okay, and set name is assigned a value but never used. And yeah, well, go back to our local host and oops, I already have here. Perfect. And if I can just inspect, and let me quickly check if I have our home page. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, now I need to add one more class, that is absolute abs, and it has position absolute. And after that, let's add one more class and call it position relative. Go back to home and give it rel, and we have our header that is streaming now, and let's add div class name section rel, and we have h2 class name, and let's add title and give it is24 and font B, and we need to add a streaming now, but for that we need to add span class name font n, and just move this span to streaming now. And yeah, now we need to add a ul class name and give it a class name of well, I guess we should create a div instead. Tutors, and we need to add a flex, because if we can quickly check, we have a users with images, a nice border, and we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9. Let's add tutor list, and let's create it quickly. Or tutor list, and tutor list is an array. Let's create for let I equals 0, I is less than, for example, we should use 20, I plus plus. Let's add tutor list dot push, and inside we have let's create a button instead, button, and give it a class name of tutor with rel, and let's add an image. Source should be, if we go to sidebar and we are using this place image thing, let's copy, or let's copy the entire image tag and just replace it, and give it a question plus I, and wrap it with the curly brackets so that our engine knows we are embedding the JS right here. Perfect. And give it a key, because React is strict with instances. Give it a keys of tutor live dash I for now. Great, let's save it, and if we go back to our app.css and give a home page, let's quickly add a comment and home page, and we have a section, and inside section we have a title. Perfect. Now I need to declare the tutors, tutors, and inside tutors we have the tutor thing, the tutor, and we need to add hover. Perfect. Let's save and go back to our React app, and as you can see we have the tutors list right here, but our home page is overlapping with our sidebar and we need to manage this thing. And I am thinking if we can simply add a flex, and instead of sidebar we should inside sidebar, instead of fixed position, we need to replace it with something like flex 1, or let's remove and use rel instead, and use flex to 1 and add a background of CCC, and yes, that is it for now. And the rest is perfect. If we can remove the top, 0, left, bottom, and use flex, or I guess if we can just keep the width instead. Yes, perfect. Now remove this thing and this thing as well. Let's go back to our sidebar and remove the fixed and replace it with a relative. And inside the app.css sidebar, let's remove top, bottom, left and give it sidebar. And after that we need to add one more div inside our app.js and give it a class name of app content, and the app content will hold our pages. Let's add the app content, app-content, and for app content, if we can right click and inspect, and for app content let's add flex 2. Yeah, perfect. Just add flex -2. So let's save it, and now we need to add I guess we should add a padding of 20 pixels and 0 pixels, I guess. Yeah, perfect. Let's copy and paste inside apps content. Now we need to keep, if we can quickly check streaming, and you can see we have now lighter as compared to streaming work, so we need to add a font N, and let's add a font weight to normal, and we have streaming now normal. Now let's add margin bottom to 20 pixels, and if we could on page section title margin bottom 20 pixels, and now we need to add our tutor buttons, button border 0 pixels, and background should be DDD, and width should be let's use 50, height 50 pixels, and overflow should be hidden, and if we can add margin right to 10 pixels, yeah, that is good. And we need to add a border radius of something like, Yes, if we can use a radius or circle, well, Zuhaib Akhtar, we have yeah, this is part 2. Well, let's go back and increase the width and height to 70, and yeah, perfect. Now let's add a padding 0 pixels, and yeah, let's save it. And now we need to add a global cursor thing on our button if we can hover, and we need to add a nice pointer cursor. Let's go back to props, and inside the global section let's add button and add outline to none, and cursor to pointer, and it is cursor. Yeah, let's save it, and now we have a nice cursor. Now if we go to our image, we have tutor, and inside tutor we have an image. Now let's add width 100%, height will be 100%, and we are using 30 pixels for border radius. Let's add that border radius 30 pixels, and if we can reduce the border radius, I guess 25, yeah, 25 is good. 25 is good, so use 25 here as well. Perfect. Now let's copy and save inside the image section and change 30 to 25 here. Perfect. Now we need to add a margin right to 40, and I guess we should add a padding of, if we can add padding and give it border 2 pixel red solid, and let's add a background to white and change the border color to our theme color, and I guess we should increase well, let's move to the round border. Perfect. Now if we could go to image as well, now we can change the width and the padding. Yeah, here we go. Let's copy and paste or replace CSS. Let's copy and paste. Now we need to add well, it has slightly more margin. If we can change the margin right to 20, yeah, 20 is good. 20. Now we need to reduce the number of items, sidebar and home. Let's reduce it to 6 and or maybe 8. Perfect. Now we need to add the popular this week thing, and let's quickly add a comment. Tutors live now, and now we need to add popular this week. perfect. Let's add a user. We need a user dp name and the user name, and this 82 minutes I guess is the length of this course or tutorial. And as you can see, we have a title that is learning how to create beautiful, and actually it is beautiful or whatever, beautiful signs in Illustrator in 60 minutes. Perfect. Let's add courses and course list. Let's go back and quickly duplicate it and quickly comment tutors list, or maybe that is live tutors list. And here we need to add course list, course list dot push, and we will use anchor ref, and href should be hash for now. And let's add course, and this one is popular course dash I. Now we need to create this block, and let's use 2 for now. And instead of just hard coding this thing, we should go and add const, and inside const we will use courses, and that is course no, let's use popular course and set popular course and give it use state, and use state will be an array, and we need to import use state. And let's add an id to like 1, and we need to add tutor, and tutor will be an object, and we will use dp, and we will add dp tutor dash plus 1, that is id. And for name we will use Lana, how can we pronounce it, Marandina. And for username, that is at Lana Mara. And we need to add the tutor ID. We will add this whole blank. I can see your comment right now. You are asking, can I watch and code later too? I am late for live. Well, of course you can watch this later. I will share Joshin, is there a YT channel where one can watch this later? I don't have a laptop with me. Yes, we have. I'll share. And let me just quickly give a reply. Let's copy and paste. Yes, of course. Now we need to add an ID. Let's use 1 for now. And we have duration, that is 82 minutes. and we have a nice title. Let's add a title, and title is learning how to create a beautiful beautiful scenes in Illustrator in 60 minutes. Perfect. Now we need to add a poster, and if we can quickly Google SVG vector graphics, and if we can go to images, and we have what should we search for? SVG vector graphics for a landing page. Yes, perfect. If we go to images, we have a couple of graphics, but for now we should use, I guess we should go to our friend, that is Udemy. Oops. And of course Udemy will not give us a strike of like copyright, because we are referring, as we are using these images from Udemy. So let's go to, if we can search for Illustrator, and we have a lot of, yeah, perfect. Now let's use this one. Let's quickly open it, and oops, where it is? And I guess we should open image in new tab, and it has 240 by 135. If we can change this to something like 600 by 500. Oops, no, we can't just add this thing. Well, we should use other images, like Google for logo designs, and let's use these images instead. Let's use this one, and open image in new tab, and I don't know where it is coming from, but we should keep this. Let's save it and go to WebP, and it is WebP file, by the way. And if we could just hold Alt print screen, and we have a nice, let's save it and go to and use React Udemy source UI and use it as course 1. Great. Now if we go to poster, and let's add UI, and we have course-1.png. Let's save it for now, and we should go back to, oops, there is some error. And I guess there is some error. If we can see, oh yeah, we need to add anchor. Let's use the anchor tag and save, and we are back. Perfect. Now we need to add our popular course list as a reference, and we will use popular course dot length, and we will add the image as a background color, not just, we will use div class name, and we will use block, and for block we will be using, oops, that is style, and the style will be background image will be, or I guess we should just use background, and it should be a URL that is popular course i.poster. Let's save it, and if we can go back and just, we need to add a section B, and for apps, and if we go to section, and inside section we need to add section B, and we need to add margin top to something like 25 pixels, as we need to add a nice margin right here. Let's save it, and yeah, no, we need to add 50. I guess 50 is good. Yeah, perfect. And now we need to add the courses, and inside the courses we have an anchor tag, and we have a nice block. Let's save it, and now if we right click and inspect, we have courses, we have anchor, and inside we have a block. And if we can open, oops, it is not working at all. Well, for now let's add a block courses. Yeah, here we are. Let's add width of 200 pixels and a height of like 350 pixels, and a background of, for now, EEE. Not important for now. And for that we will change the background color to E2, and we need to change 240 is good, and we will use 375, and let's use 250. And now we need to add a border dash radius, and it will be a 10 pixel, or yeah, 20 is good. Let's copy and paste inside the block. And for E2, let's remove, or maybe we should keep and just copy and save it. And inside home we should use URL save, and now we have a nice background URL, and we have UI poster should be, if we can, sidebar and the logo. Well, we need to import it instead. Let's go to, if we can quickly check the URL UI course 1, we are not getting the link. Well, for now, poster background. Well, for now let's import, we will fix it later. Let's import course 1 from UI, and course 1.png, and use course course 1. if we can get our image. Yes, perfect. Now we need to right click, inspect, and inside our image we need to add space dash no dash repeat, and the image should be center. And now we need to click inspect, and for block we will use background size to cover, and I guess we should use cover, not important. Perfect. Let's copy and paste inside the app and block. Great. Now we need to add user. Go back to home and quickly create well, give it a rel class, because we are going to use a div class name that is user, and it has an absolute class and it has flex as well. And inside we have div class name, and that is pic, and inside pic we have image source, and we need to add popular course I dot user, and inside user we have dp, sorry, tutor. It is not user, it is tutor, and give it class name of bl for block. And let's add one more div, and here we will add, let's say, call it meta, and inside meta we will have h2 class name, and it has s15 font b and cff, and we need to add name, and we need to add one more with a username. And let's add symbol, give it a class of s13 with font n, and we are good to go. Let's go back to app, and if we can quickly check our React app, here we are. Now let's add dot user, and we have pic, and we have image, and we have meta name, your name, and this one is name, and this one is your name. Let's save it, and if we can quickly inspect and give the image to width 100%, height 100%, and border radius to 50%, and if we can quickly add pic to 40 pixels, height 40 pixels, border should be 2 pixels, FFF solid, and border radius should be 50% as well. And let's add a padding of 3 pixels is good, and let's add margin right 10 pixels. Great. Now let's copy and paste inside the app pic, and for image copy this one and paste inside the image, and let's save it. And if we can, I guess we have added the add symbol multiple time. Let's remove that. Let's save it. And for the user we need to add line item center, and go and add AIC, and let's copy, and if we have user, add a padding of 20 pixels. That is great, and add a z index to 1. Let's copy and paste inside the user. Now we need to add duration. Go back to home, and let's add div class name to duration or dura, and add abs, and let's add the h2, and for h2 we will use 13, and inside 13 we will use duration, and go back to app, and inside the block we will use that dura. Let's save it. And for duration we will use duration top to something like 75 pixels, and left should be 20 pixels, and background should be blue. And let's just click and copy our theme color, and let's add line height to 1, and padding should be 10 pixels, and give it a border radius of 10 pixels, or yeah, 10 is good. And for padding, let's change it to something 8 and 15. And for give it a box shadow of 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 0, 0, 0. And I guess we should just reduce the opacity. Yeah, perfect. And give it x0 and y should be 2. Let's quickly copy, or I guess we should add z index as well. Let's quickly copy and paste inside duration. Great, now we have our duration. And now we need to add the title. Let's quickly go back to duration, duplicate it, and give it to something like course title, and the course title will be just title. Let's save it, go back to app, and I guess we should just duplicate it, and course title. Let's save it and right click, inspect. I guess we should add is15 instead, because course title name should be a bit larger, and select it should be bottom to 10, left should be 10, right should be 10, background should be 0, 0, 0, and padding should be something like yeah, 20 is good. Give it border radius to 20 pixels or less, I guess. Yeah, but we need to add 15, 15, and 15. And for padding, we should reduce the padding to 15 and 20. And for background color, we need to reduce the opacity to something like, I guess 75 is good, 0.75. And add a text shadow to 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 0, 0, 0. In case we just get somehow white background, let's save it. And great, now we have our course block. And if we can go to home, and we can just duplicate this one, and let's add 2 and add 2 here as well, and here as well. If we can save. Now we need to add margin. If we can just add margin right to something like 30 pixels. Go back to block and add margin right to what should we call, well, 25 is good. Great, now let's copy URN design. Let's just replace the new values, URN design, and that is URN CD, and create a beautiful portrait. If we can just change, oops, creating a beautiful portrait illustration, learning new techniques, what is going on? Let's just duplicated tricks, save. And now we have another user with edit 2 minutes and a nice username, and let's change the duration to something like 1 hour and 13 minutes. Yeah, perfect. Now we need to change the background image, and we should use what should we use? Let's go and let's use this one for now, or maybe we should just use this one. Open image in new tab, just save it, and we have course-2.jpg, and we need to just replace it, and we need to import this one as well, course2.jpg, and it is course2. Let's save it, and if we go to React, and great, we have a nice course outline. I guess we should remove the drop shadow for duration, or let's keep it. Great, now we need to add top tutors. We have a nice popular courses right here, and let's add top tutors. And for top tutors we will just copy this one, and I guess we should first of all just duplicate this one, top tutors, and this one is popular courses, top tutors. And for top tutors we will use top tutors list, and we should use top and tutors. And for top tutors we need to create it quickly, and we need to add this one as well. For top tutors, set top tutors, and now we have this one. And for image should be tutor 1, and we need to add let's quickly copy, paste, and paste one more time. 3, and just add 2 and 3 and 3. Great, now save and go back to loop, and for loop we will use tutor top tutors list. Oh, that is not correct. Yeah, top tutors list, and we need to change to top tutors. And for top tutors we need to change this user block and remove rest, and just and let's change it to top tutors and .dp and name and username. top tutors, let's save it. And if we can add top tutors and go back to our React app, and unfortunately there's, what is going on? Top tutors length, oops, we need to add to top tutors list.push. And now we have our tutors. Perfect. And instead of just CFF, we should use C33 and C33, and for class we should use no UL. Let's save it. And let's go to section, and we should user dash block, and inside user block we should use pick, and we should have .meta, and we should have inside meta we should have .name and .meta.uname. Now we need to copy the pick CSS and the image CSS. Let's copy and paste inside the image. Let's save it. And for meta we should just save, and yeah, great. Now we need to inspect and use user select, and for a user block we should use margin top 0, right should be 25, I guess 35, and top right bottom should be 0 and left should be 0 pixels, and I guess we should just increase to 50. Yes, perfect. Let's copy and paste in the user block. Save it, and let's quickly copy these three one more time, as we need to add 6 users. Let's use it 4 and 4, and we need to add 5. Well, I am hard coding the data for now. We will later connect it with our database and we will retrieve it from there. And now we need to change inspect course. Why we are calling it courses? Let's call it top tutors, and we need to add top tutors. Let's save it. And for top tutors we need to add flex wrap to wrap. Let's copy and paste right here. And for block we need to add the bottom margin to something like 30. Yeah, great. Now we have a nice blog. We now have streaming now popular this week, and we have top tutors. Now we need to add this section, but we will do it later. For now, let's add screens, and if we can go to screens and create new file, and let's call it right bar.js, and inside the right bar let's quickly copy this one and paste and call it right bar, and inside the right bar we should just return and this one. and call it right bar. Simply export default right bar and just remove it. And inside the app.css where we are adding sidebar, we should now add right bar, and for right bar choose flex 1 for now. But inside the main app we should just import, and we should use right bar, and inside we should use right bar, and let's add right bar. Let's save it, and now we have perfectly aligned. If we can quickly go to right bar and add a border left to 1 pixels HDD solid. Here we have its partition, but let's remove for now. This is it for now, and in this video we have completed our homepage section, and in next video we will continue and finish the advanced search and these top special offers and all that. But before leaving, if you have not liked the Watch Me Code page, then please like it, and if you have not subscribed to Watch Me Code YouTube channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon. So this is it for now. Take care. Bye bye.